Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Friday Sews video. Friday Sews was set up by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, so thanks to her for setting up this fabulous hashtag. So thank you very much if you're coming back to my channel, and if you're new, you're very, very welcome. A massive thank you to everybody who watched my video last week, and thank you for all the lovely well wishes. I'm feeling miles better. Thank you very, very much. And also thank you for the love that you gave me on my new t-shirt. And one thing I forgot to mention last week, because I was wearing it and completely forgotten, was of course the lovely neck binding in it. So I did this in this lovely coral fabric, you might recognize it, and I did put up a little picture, and then when I put this up on Instagram earlier in the week, I got an awful lot of comments about how I do the necklines. So I think it is by far and away my most asked question. I'm over here on YouTube and also on Instagram, how I do my neck binding. So I do have a vlog on how to do it that I filmed I think about 2 years, and it's hidden in a makes video, but I will link it below. So I really think I'm going to make a dedicated neck binding kind of tutorial really to show you how to do it, because I love it, I use it all the time, and by the sounds of it you guys would like to try it as well. So this is the one that I made last week, and this is the little neck binding I did here. This was just self-made with this jersey, but you can also do it, it's the exact same method for doing it with woven, and of course with my beloved Specky Seamstress binding. So this is the inside of my cuddle cardigan sweater version that I made a few weeks ago. Lovely fabric from Sarah from Sew Sarah Style, and I put in dinosaurs all the way along the back. So it's the exact same method as putting it in a neckline, but I just bound here so that you can see it peeking at the back. It's very, very easy to do. You can do it retrospectively, you can do it with jersey, you can do it with woven, you can make your own binding. It's wonderful. I love doing it, and so I will link below how I do it. I also do a version with a kind of an oval to give a real kind of ready to wear on the back of your sweatshirt as well. It looks really, really nice. And so yeah, I think I will do a little video on this to show you what I do. It's very simple. You just basically sew it into your seam, flap it over and top stitch it down. So there is a row of stitching on the back, but not really, so you'd notice. So this is the top stitching on the back. As long as you get your bobbin thread to match your fabric, you should be good to go, and it gives a lovely, lovely finish. So yes, I just want to mention that because as soon as I filmed that, I totally forgot to mention this bit, which is kind of one of the coolest bits of this t-shirt, aside from the beautiful stripes and of course my lovely Cozy Club handmade little label. So I love doing all these little finishing techniques, even on a little t-shirt. I think it really, really elevates it. So that's just a word about neck bindings. So yes, how was my week? My week was very good. My week was very, very busy. So what did I get up to? So when I left you last week, I'd mentioned that I was going to be doing a YouTube live up in the Crafty studio, which isn't too far away from me. So I went up there on Saturday and had the best evening with Anne-Marie from the Crafty studio, and also Anna from she's Missy Moselle over on Instagram. I'll tag her below. So we had a lovely, lovely evening full of the chat. So thank you very much if you joined into that live. If you didn't, I will link it below. It's now available on YouTube. You can go back and have a look. We were basically discussing all our favourite sewing tools and notions. It was really, really good fun, and some interesting out of the box ones there, which really gave me pause for thought. And I think I'll be using some more hardware tools in my sewing going forward, let's just say. But it was really, really good fun. So thank you very, very much, Anne-Marie, for having me on your lovely podcast yet again. So while I was up there, the very lovely Anna presented me with a little birthday present. So my birthday was a couple of weeks ago, so it had completely gone out of my head. So when I got these little prezzies, I was absolutely made up. I was delighted. So first of all, her lovely, lovely daughter made me a card. So she made me a little mermaid card. As you know, I love mermaids, and it's got a little heart inside, and it is gorgeous. Bodhi, thank you so much. I absolutely love it. But what Anna also gave me was, and I was blown away by this, absolutely blown away, was this beautiful piece of art that she made herself. So Anna's incredibly talented, and this is what it is. So this is a technique that I hadn't really heard of before, and it's called, I want to get it right, encaustic, and it's basically wax, coloured wax, just layered and layered and layered. So you can see on the edges here how many layers, and this is kind of a wave, so you can see here the beautiful wave going up, all the beautiful colours. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I was blown away and so touched by this beautiful present. So thank you very, very much, Anna. Isn't it gorgeous? And it'll have pride of place in my sewing room. It's absolutely beautiful. So I was just, oh, I was so chuffed. It was just such a beautiful evening to spend with two lovely, lovely ladies chatting about sewing. It was just marvellous. So thank you very, very much. So yes, the weekend started well, didn't it? So while I was up there, did I buy things? Yes, of course. I went with a vague plan, and I did buy the stuff that was on my vague plan, but did I go a little bit off-piste? Yes, of course. So one of my main reasons for going there was matching thread, because if you're watching my video last week, I was finishing off this t-shirt, which I'll talk about now shortly. This is the LaBrea t-shirt from Half Moon Atelier, and I did have pinkish thread. It kept skipping, it just wouldn't attach properly. I rethreaded, changed needles, all that good stuff, it just wouldn't work. So I said, right, I'm going to buy proper Guttman thread while I'm up in Crafty Studio. I brought a little swatch of this fabric to match it exactly, and so this is the one I got. I think it's a beautiful pink corally colour. So I got this, which was great. I had a look for, I'll go into that later, but different bits of thread. What else? Where's my pile of fabric? It is here. So yes, I bought some beautiful bits. It's so lovely just to go up and have a little perusal, especially when you're in the shop on your own. You can just wander around. It's fabulous. So I found this. Well, I say I found it. I didn't find it. I went up there looking for fabric for the afternoon tea frock tales that's being hosted by the Crafty Studio in September, and I had a vague notion of making the Betty dress from Sew Over It. I made one years and years and years ago. I'll pop in a picture in this beautiful leaf fabric from, I think I got it from Minerva. It must be, I think it's 2017 at this stage I made it. Absolutely love the Betty dress, and it would be perfect for vintage tea frock tails. So I ended up with a kind of a vague notion that I wanted. I think they had this kind of bigger gingham print that I was kind of looking at that, looking at different fabrics. And then Anna, who has a fabulous eye, said, what about this pink gingham? So then I looked at this and I thought, right, well, obviously that's just giving Barbie vibes completely, which I am definitely into. So I now have the most beautiful pink gingham fabric, and I'm going to make a Betty dress for vintage tea frock tails. So I'm going to go all out. I'm kind of thinking I want to get an underskirt and make it really extravagant, really 50s, kind of vintagey. Not quite sure what shoes I'll wear, but I think I'll wear this. I'll wear big pearls, maybe the ponytail, the whole 9 yards. So of course I got totally into this. So I love this pink gingham. Thank you very, very much, Anna, for spotting this. I think it's so pretty. Good job, I now have matching thread, isn't that fortuitous? So that's one thing I got. Then Anne-Marie had a few remnants, and she had this, you know how I feel about Nerida Hansen fabric. So she had this beautiful one, which is kind of abstracty, geometric-y colours. Isn't it just gorgeous? Good sneeze. Apologies, obviously still not over that cold. So I got this beautiful geometric one, which I think is gorgeous, in the most gorgeous colours. I love this. So I'll be sharing plans for this with you at the end of the video. So that's another little fabric I got. Where shall I put them here? I'll put them there so I can show them again later. Then she had a bolt of this, and I noticed, and I literally was like, ooh, what's that? And she said, oh, they're not online yet. So I'm wondering, are they online? If they are, I'll link them below. But I found this jersey fabric, and I just thought it was so cute. So it almost looks glittery. So it's blue and it's got flowers on. Lovely. But if you bring it closer, it's got little birds on it. You see this little guy here? Isn't that lovely? So I thought this was absolutely gorgeous, and I just love these colours. So I got some lovely matching ribbing. You can tell I am totally into pink these days. So I got these lovely matching ribbing, and I just got a metre of this jersey. I think it's lovely. It's just white on the back, but it's got lovely stretch and recovery. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful weight. So I think that is very, very cute. So I got some of that. So more on that later, because I have plans for that as always. So they're the little bits and pieces I picked up from Crafty Studio. Was there anything else I got? No, that was it. So they're my bits from Crafty Studio. So I had a lovely, lovely time. While I was there actually as well, this very lovely lady had dropped in a bag of fabric for me. So she'd messaged me online a few days previously, said, I have a load of kind of quilting, crafting cottons, would you like it? So yes, of course. So Brea, thank you very, very much. I got a huge big bag of fabrics, and I've been able to use them as well, which I'll show you very soon. But thank you so much for thinking of me. They've gone to a very, very good home, and they're just beautiful. So thank you very, very much. So I came home laden down with bags after that lovely, lovely evening in Crafty Studio. So very, very lucky. So what else did I get up to? So while I was in Crafty Studio, I was looking at variegated threads, because that's the recommendation I got for my quilt. So if you remember, this is my lovely quilt that I have pieced together. I just need to back and quilt. Oh, I should say, I bought batting in Crafty Studio as well. That was the other thing I went up there for, batting. And I did actually get that. So I wanted to quilt this, and I couldn't find proper thread. And then you lovely people said variegated thread. So Crafty Studio have beautiful ones, but they're more in a kind of a blue tone. So I went online and I had a look at the Quilt Yarn Stitch website, and I found this lovely variegated one, which is, it's called Pyramids of Giza. And it's this lovely yellowy kind of coppery white tones, which I think will look very nice on this. I think it'll go with all the different colours, and maybe you mightn't see it as well. So I'm very happy with this. This is a YLI machine quilting brand. I hadn't really heard of it before, but they have beautiful colours. So I'll link this again below. So I think this will be great. So my plan, I need to pin this all together this weekend ahead of my quilting bee on Monday. So I'm anxious to get that started. So that was another little happy post I got during the week. Another bit of happy post I got during the week, and this is very, very excited. So I am delighted to share with you that I am now an ambassador with Rainbow Fabrics. So they reached out a little while ago, and yes, I had to look at their website, look at what they do, look at their fabrics, just the most beautiful stuff. So they reached out to me and they said, would you like to choose something? So I chose some fabric, and I was blown away by this. So they sent the link for the fabric, and I chose one fabric because I absolutely loved it. Fell in love with it the second I saw it. So I ordered it last Friday. I thought, yeah, that's lovely, now it'll arrive sometime soon, because I'd been checking with them about, you know, posting from the UK to Ireland, all that kind of stuff. So then I was at work on Monday morning and my phone pinged, because we have one of those Ring doorbells that has got the little camera, and I saw the postman coming down the driveway with a little purple parcel. I was like, what did I buy? I was like, that's never my fabric from Rainbow Fabrics, is it? So literally they posted it on Friday afternoon in England, and it arrived at my house in Dublin on Monday afternoon. I could not believe it. I have posted letters internally in Dublin that have taken 3 days. So I don't know how they managed their shipping so quickly. The shipping is very, very reasonable. No issue with customs, anything like that. It was just fabulous. So thank you very, very much. And will I show you what I got? This is just beautiful when it arrived. Oh my word. So their drop was cotton sateen. You might have seen it on Instagram. I'll link, of course, everything below. And this is it. So this is tulip pink fabric. Yes, you're instantly all thinking of Adam Sews. Yes, of course, when I saw this, I thought, yes, Adam Sews, this is beautiful. So this is an incredibly wide fabric. I think it's meant to be a backing fabric, so it's so wide, and it is just beautiful. Look at the colours. It gradiates rainbows, and it's got little birds and stars, and it is just gorgeous. I couldn't get over it when I took it out of the parcel. It's got beautiful feel to it, absolutely gorgeous, and I have plans for this already. I would love to make another fleur dress out of this from Fabric Godmother. So I made one very, very recently. I'll pop it in here in a viscose linen, but I think with the weight of this cotton sateen, it would be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and with the different colours and everything, I think it would just be beautiful. So if I show you one layer, this is one layer here, so it's not at all see-through in any way. I think it is just beautiful. It feels so luxurious, and I think a fleur dress in this would just be stunning. I think if I have enough fabric, I'd like to make the sleeved version, because I made the sleeveless the last time, but I'm so delighted with this. So if you would like some Rainbow Fabrics fabric, and I'm sure you will once you have a look at their amazing stuff online, if you use my code, which is Rachel !VIP, and I spell Rachel RACHAEL. So I'll pop it down here. So Rachel !VIP. It gives you 20% off. And yes, if you are in Ireland, the shipping is just unbelievably quick. It's just marvellous. So have a quick look, see if you can spot anything, and use my code for 20% off. And yeah, if you do spot anything you like, let me know what you think you have in the description box, or in the comment box below. But yes, so delighted with this. So, and thank you very, very much to Rainbow Fabrics. So be sure to check them out. I will link all their details down below. So that was very, very happy, very, very unexpected post on Monday, which was just marvellous. Yes, I should say that's called Mellow Rainbow Fairy Dust Cotton Sateen, and it's by Tulip Pink. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So the next thing I've done this week was a little bit of quilting. So I have now finished block 9 of Dizzy Quilts and Sews, her Quilt As You Go series, and this is it. This is the final block. Pink, obviously. This fabric came from the fabulous Brea in that wonderful parcel that she had left for me at the weekend in Crafty Studio, so thank you so much. It's gone to good use already. So beautiful daisies and pink, and then on the back I've just got another little one from her, and it's a little kind of almost like gingham green and pink and purple, so gorgeous. So this is just a 9 patch, but the free motion embroidery this time is swirls, and I think they look so pretty, so pretty. Again, not perfect, but getting there, and I just love the effects. The beautiful texture is absolutely gorgeous. So this is now block 9, and I love it. And will I show you all 9 blocks? So none of them match, because these are all just scrap fabrics that I'm just practicing with, and I'm loving every single second. So here are my 9 Quilt As You Go packs. So aren't they just Fabulous. So Izzy, thank you so much for this wonderful series. As I pull my chair back again to talk to you. I have loved the series so much. Thank you very, very much. So in, is it 2 weeks' time, she's going to show us how to put them all together. And I still don't know how to do that. So Izzy, I can't wait to see it. But thank you so much for that Quilt As You Go series. I'll link it again below. She has a playlist of all the blocks. It's fabulous. I have learned so much. She goes at a wonderful pace. Everything's explained perfectly. It's just been so much fun. So thank you, Izzy. And yeah, delighted with the 9 blocks now, and looking forward to seeing how they all come together. And I think that'll be a really fun little, I might use it as a little picnic blanket for my boys. So that's my little quilting update. What else did I do this week? Goodness me. Right, so I got this finished. So I'd started this 2 weeks ago now, and then I took a little hiatus because my thread wasn't behaving. And I'm very proud of myself because ordinarily I would have just ploughed along and made an absolute, hash of it. But I unpicked everything. I was really trying to be good and get everything properly sorted. So I did actually unpick this binding, I think twice, because it just wasn't sitting right. I wasn't catching it, the usual kind of stuff. So it's finally finished. And I absolutely love it, and I just adore this colour. This is cotton jersey from, so I'm covered in threads, cotton jersey from Trees and Stuffing. So if I pop up, this is the LaBrea t-shirt by Half Moon Atelier, and it's got a lovely waistband, and then it's got binding all around the neckline. It goes all the way down the sleeves, all the way under the armhole. So basically you assemble everything in 2 halves and then sandwich it together with the binding. So I love how it looks. I've made a green one before in knit, and I've made a rainbow striped one in the woven version. So I had totally forgotten when I cut this out. I'd forgotten about one of the construction details, and I love this t-shirt, and I'm definitely going to make more, but I'm going to alter my pattern. So I make a size 5 grade into a size 6, just to mention, and I don't add anything to the length. It fits me perfectly. The way they have you do the binding, so you make your own binding, fine, just cut strips, absolutely fine. I managed to get this all out of a metre, which is great, even the binding strips. I've got a little seam, where is it? Little seam somewhere, but I didn't really notice, which is great. So the way they have you attach the binding, the usual, lay it right sides together, stitch, fold it over, stitch, fine. But they give you 2 options to do it, and this strikes me as really odd. One of them is to just trim off a centimetre off the top and then just lay the binding with raw edges together, fine. Why would you just trim that off? Why isn't that in the pattern piece? The other option they give you is measure down a centimetre and lay your binding a centimetre from the raw edge. That's just way too much hassle. I don't understand why they make you do that. So what I did, and I had forgotten this from the last time I made it, I really should mark my pattern pieces. I sewed a line of basting stitches, a centimetre all around the edge, chopped that all off so I could just lie the binding raw edges together, or the 2 raw edges together, I should say. But I just think that's really odd. I don't know why you'd have the hassle of measuring it a centimetre down. And then if you've cut the pattern, why then do you have to cut off another centimetre? So what I should have had, and now I think I will buy the next time I see the lovely Jen Hogg from the Sewing Bee. Her little discs where you can like draw a centimetre seam allowance kind of thing would have been very useful. So I'm going to go back to my pattern piece, chop off a centimetre all around the edge so I don't have this hassle again, because I love this t-shirt and I will make it again, but a bit of hassle. I don't like having to cut more once you've already cut out your pattern pieces. Anyway, the cutting is my least favourite part of sewing, by the way. So anyway, to make a short story very, very long, I absolutely love this t-shirt, delighted with how it came out, and I've got a beautiful little label at the back which I'll pop in here, which suits perfectly. It's from Cozy Club Handmade. It says, mistakes were made, solutions were found, and I use my unpicker an awful lot in this because I really wanted the binding to lay nice and flat, everything, so I've unpicked it several times. So anyway, this is my lovely t-shirt. The next thing I got made up was, and this is all Mandy from Make It Sew's fault, she made the most beautiful beach cover-up as part of her, and I forgot to check with her last week, Sew Fruity or Sew Blood Pressure, maybe both. She made the most beautiful beach cover-up, and it's called the Soraya Robe, and it's from Nina Lee. So I bought that pattern. I bought fabric for it last week. I showed you blue stripes and little pom-poms, and I made it up this week. So I have made the most beautiful hospital gown. So I tried it on, I finished it, and I was like, oh, right, how will I style this out? So I think the pom-poms have saved it, I will say that, but I don't have any pictures of it yet. I'm hoping to get pictures of it on my holidays, the end of August, when the sun is shining and I'm on the beach and I've got a sun hat and I'm in blue stripes and it looks like something out of Saint-Tropez. So, but anyway, shall I show you? So this is my beach cover-up, and I do really, really like it, and I think it's a lovely pattern. And Mandy, this is cotton, which, yes, behaved itself beautifully, because I think you might have had trouble with your one, but this is my lovely beach cover-up. So it's a really, really cool construction. It's basically 2 squares, just a little neckline, and then you gather it with this internal channel, which was very reminiscent of the challenge from the Sewing Bee this week, actually, the lovely Balenciaga dress with the kind of belt in the middle. So not that I'm comparing my make to Balenciaga's makes by any stretch of the imagination. So this beautiful channel on the inside, you draw it in with a drawstring, and then literally the sleeves are done by one little tiny row of stitches here, and then the side seams are just sewn. It's very strange sewing wrong sides together. You basically just sew all the way down. So it comes down to the bottom, and I've got little pom-poms on the bottom. I loved sewing on the pom-poms. I bought 3 meters of them, and I have barely any left, so I'm delighted about that. So I put them on the arms, and then I put them on the end, and then of course I was being paid for theatre, so I decided to put them on the neckline as well, and I think it gives it a certain je ne sais quoi. They have you bind the neckline. I was going to use binding made from the stripes because I love stripy binding, but I had this polka dot in my stash and I thought it goes quite well. The V is done in a very nice way, actually. Showing you 2 insides of my garments today. So it's and there's loose threads. Ignore the loose threads. So basically just join it in a little V here, and I'm quite pleased with how they came out, actually. Quite good. So this is my lovely beach cover up, and here it is. So I didn't really pay much attention to the length. I just kind of cut to my knee. I think the other one comes, the short comes out very short, and I didn't want it long, so it's kind of my knee length. But yeah, I think it's really cute. So I'm hoping now for a bit of sunny weather, and let me know in the comment box below what you think. I know that Sam from Sequin Girly recently had a vlog out where she also made a hospital gown, but I think she managed to fix hers up, even though her make look absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful flowery dress. But yes, there is a certain hospital gown vibe to this, but I still love it, and I'm kind of going with the nauticalness of it, maybe not the medical side of it. But let me know in the comment box below what you think. Be nice. So what are my plans for next week? So I have a couple of plans. First on the agenda is to do pre-washing with all my beautiful new fabric, which I don't mind doing at all. So will I let you know what I'd like to get done with each of the fabrics. So I mentioned the little birdies earlier, and for this I would love to make, it's the Half Moon Atelier Super Basic Tank, which I've made before in the most fun Buckets and Spades print. It's a fabric mama one. I'll pop it in here. I made it about 2 years ago, I think, and I think that would look really cute with the pink binding for the lovely summer weather. So yeah, that's going to be a little tank top. For this gorgeous Nerida Hansen fabric, I am going to make a bateen dress. So I made the Tilly and the Buttons bateen dress in, it must be 2019, I think, a lovely kind of mustard fabric. I'll pop in a picture. I think I wore it during Me Made May this year. I really like it. It's an oldie but a definite goodie. I don't really see bateen dresses around these days at all. I'll pop in the line drawings. But it's a lovely scoop neck. You sew down the facing. It's got a lovely elastic waist. It's got beautiful pockets, kind of a short dress with little ties on the sleeves as well. Really like it. And I've never gone back to that pattern. And every time I wear that dress, I'm reminded how much I like it. So I think this would look very cute. It was going to be another lotta dress, but I thought, no, you have enough lottas for the time being. Let's make a bateen. So this is my plan for this. I think it'd be lovely, and I think this will go beautifully with my new Marlowe cardigan, the lovely coral colour I just made recently. So I'm keen to get started on that one. And then of course, as mentioned earlier, I've got a beautiful tulip pink fabric that I would like to make into a Fabric Godmother fleur dress. So my plans may or may not get all or one or many of them done, but we'll see how we go. I'll be sure to catch you up next week. This week is the final of the Sewing Bee. Oh my word. So can't wait to see it. Really enjoying this series, and I can't wait to see who wins. It's on Wednesday for anybody who's going to be watching it. Cannot wait to see that. So the weekend here is going to be quiet enough. There's an awful lot of things going on the TV this weekend. We've got the final of the Tour de France, which I love. I loved this year. And then also we've got the British Open. So my husband will be watching the golf all the time. He'll have one eye on the golf, one eye on the cycling. I'll be watching the cycling as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it should be make for an interesting weekend. I think we're going to be doing the usual thing, going to the zoo, that kind of stuff. And then next week I've taken a day off work and I'm going to take my boys out for a date day. So I can't wait to do that, take them as a little summer treat day. And then sewing whenever I can, as always. So that's going to be my week. So I hope you're all well. I hope you enjoyed what I showed you today. It's been a whole lot of mishmatch, and I have to tidy up all this now after the video. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I would love to have you as part of our little sewing community here in my teeny tiny corner of the internet. If you'd like to leave a comment below, I would love to hear from you. Let me know if you've made any of these, if you have any questions, any comments. As always, I would love to hear from you, and I make it my business to respond to everybody as soon as possible. So thank you very, very much for sticking with me in what has turned out to be quite a long video. I do apologise, but I hope you have a lovely weekend, a lovely week. I hope you get time for some lovely, lovely sewing, and I will catch you all again in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.